segued perfectly to something else I want to talk about. And I've said this to you plenty of times about Trump as far as his mentality. And I think that he's actually diabolical and he's smarter than most people have given him credit for. He's been able to flip this whole thing to systematically turning on people that could be, I don't think you said it good, gangster, like the witnesses, the people that Comey shared his memo notes with. All of those guys pretty much are gone, one way or another. The FBI director stepping down yesterday amongst pressure. You think they have something else on him, and they?
No, well, his wife, was involved with, I think,
A friend of Hillary's.
Right, and
But
and
that's
I think,
just through donations, though.
Right,
It wasn't
but,
like
they use all of that.
Yeah.
That gets back to being able to think for yourself. Trump, you're right. I mean, he has something that. Listen, I've been on this planet long enough to see 13 presidents come.
13.
13, going back to Truman. 13. I have never in my entire life seen where white people have what I would consider a leader. They've never been a white leader until this Trump. By that I mean, look at how we look at Martin Luther King. He was a leader. He was a leader. He was.
We followed him.
Right.
Yeah.
Malcolm X was a leader.
Definitely.
John Kennedy was president, but he wasn't. White people did not follow him like he was their leader.
You mean like they stood up for him, like they believed?
They didn't stand up for Nixon. I mean, he was the president, but he wasn't a white leader.
The Republicans turned on Nixon.
Yeah, because he was. Right.
He's not a crook.
But this guy in office now, he's got followers who will do anything for him.
But why?
Well, I mean,
we've had other presidents that had money, not as much money as.
But that's what I'm saying.
But
they weren't white leaders. He's a leader. He's a white leader. Like we would follow Martin Luther King, and we've had various leaders in the black community. But think about white leaders. Nixon was not a leader. They wasn't going to follow him. Johnson, I mean, there was none.
Yeah, they definitely weren't.
I've not seen. I've been here. As I said, I've seen 13 of them come, and I've never seen one. This is the white leaders to them, because he's got. He has all the things that they want, that they like. He's courageous. He's bold. He'll say whatever he wants to say, and they like that. Everybody else has been too.
He's not politically correct.
Yeah, right, and so.
But as a politician, somebody like, and I don't like him at all, but somebody like Paul Ryan or Mitch McConnell, people who grew up doing this, for them to bow down to a novice, it just seems so surprising to me.
Because Paul Ryan, who's going to go out and fight for Paul Ryan?
Nobody.
Because Trump, well, he knows it now. He doesn't consider himself a politician. He's a leader. He's not a politician. Those are politicians. He thinks of himself above them, and they're responding to him that way.
Yes, they are. they are. Mm-hmm. If President Obama had just done one of these, any number of things that Trump has done, they would have, it would have been an uproar. Mm-hmm. And we would not have stood up. Most people, black people, would not have stood up in support of him.
Right. They said, well, he did wrong.
Right.
And they would have took him out in handcuffs and blasted on TV for everybody to see the handcuffs. And yeah, absolutely.
They wouldn't even give him a jacket to cover up the cuffs with.
He would have asked for it. Can I get a jacket or something?
Yeah, it's So as we're doing this show now, the State of the Union is about to come on, if it's not on already. So you're predicting that it's going to be, like the doom and gloom that they say, like his acceptance speech was, or?
Oh no! This is going to be upbeat, polished. And 1 year, I've done more than anybody's ever done in American history. You know what I mean? I got African Americans got more jobs now than they ever had. I mean, he's going to be very uplifted. He's going to talk about how.
So
great
this is going to
he
be
is.
teleprompter.
Yeah.
Trump.
Yeah. Oh, this is going to be. He's going to be a king. He's going to everything he touched turns to gold. But everything he touched was molded and laid in place by Obama. If he had come after Bush, we would be Russian would be the top language in the schools by now. But he came after Obama, and everything was already smooth and laid out. The stock market when Obama came in office was at 6,000, and when he left was probably about 15, 16,000, and now it's up to 25. It's been going up ever since. Everything has been going up. The unemployment has come down. Unemployment was almost 10% when Obama came in. And then when he left, it might have been at 4%.
It was bad.
So it was already everything was laid out for him. So that's why he did good coming in after Obama, after a black man, than it did coming after a white man.
Yeah, it's the other thing is I was thinking that this Russia investigation was going to, was going to take him down. The more I look at it, I don't think that's what's going to happen.
And here again, this is what I say about a leader versus a politician. Whatever they say, if they try to take him off office, they talk about how black people rioted when things happened to King. The white people start rioting. So they will start confusion. Let them try to take down Trump. They will start confusion in this country. And that's why
confusion, like destroy their own neighborhood. Confusion,
destroy their own neighborhood and their own businesses, because all the businesses there anyway. So they would they go right down to Wall Street. They would start. But
what good is that? What good would that? And I think you're right. But what good would that do?
Because emotions are involved. They're not thinking. Well, strategically, we should do this. They're emotionally invested with him.
You're talking about rednecks, or you're talking about professional people too?
Redneck is, I can't tell a redneck from somebody else. They would put a suit on.
Well, I mean, blue collar. Let me say blue collar.
Yeah, but those who voted for him, they would, they would cause confusion, just like they do.
the tiki torch type.
Yeah, just like they do when they're having a football game, and they win.
Right.
They get that beer. And they get riled up just like anybody else. But they have not had a leader. Paul Ryan, they ain't gonna do nothing about Paul Ryan if they kick him out. I mean, this man here is gonna be problems.
If Clinton had gotten kicked out, they wouldn't have reacted that way to him either.
There has not been a white leader. Clinton was about. I thought he was about to commit suicide when he was with the Monica Lewinsky, and that's the difference between Trump and the Clinton. Trump don't care. He told him, "I'll take the heat," because what sticks to him? I'll take the heat. Clinton was about to kill herself. You know what I mean? Here's the difference between the two. Trump has 16, 17 women that they said he had missed, and then he told you what he does to women.
Yeah, we got it on tape, and I was saying that Steve Wynn.
Yeah.
Same scenario. He's a billionaire, multi-billionaire. Right. He's got the casinos. He's got Las Vegas on lock. Couple girls come out and say some things, masseuse and some other former employees, blah 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 blah. No worse or better than the stuff that they said about Trump.
Right.
Same amount of women. He got to go. Just we haven't even seen who these women are. We didn't come out and kind of look at what they had to say. They just assumed.
Everybody knows, including his wife, that they gave $130,000 to that girl. The wife knows that. Yeah. They ain't gonna touch him. If I'm Trump, I don't care. What you do? He already told you before he got in office. He said, "I can go shoot somebody on the street." And,
How did he know that there was going to be this kind of reaction to him?
Because he felt, he was going out and testing the market before when he started with Obama. When he started with
What they call the birther?
yeah, the birthers, and then they were writing and calling and telling him they love him, thank God for you, and then he said, "Hey, look, I can run with this." Think how emboldened he was. He had the President of the United States of America show him his birth certificate. You think Trump won't show you his taxes? So that's why he said this guy's a nothing.
That's a good point. I didn't think about it like that.
Your birth certificate. Well, I don't even know what my birth certificate is. I gotta go dig my birth certificate. Here it is. I'm an American citizen. He was like, that was it. I'm ready to go. That was my papers saying that I could be the president. The president bowed down to me.
I didn't look at it like that, but
His people,
you're right.
and then that's why he's a leader to them.
Yeah, and I mean, that's impactful. Can Trump really affect President Obama's legacy?
I mean, I don't. I think that in the history books, they'll have him overshadow him. They're gonna write him as being one of the greatest presidents, and because he's bold and but I think Obama will go down as as a nice guy, and as that's said and done, but it won't be anything spectacular in those 8 years. I mean, this guy here is drama filled. He he just is just. They don't even talk about Obama no more because he can't. I mean, that was like.
It seems like it was a long time ago.
Yes.
And it was just over a year ago.
The news, the news, CNN tells you there's so much happening. We can't even keep up with this guy, and so he likes it, and
Last thing. Before we get off this, so he's going to finish out this term.
If he doesn't if they can't take him out in 2018, yeah, he'll be here.
Yeah, but I mean, so if the House flips, the whole Congress flips over, and Democrats win the majority, is that a good enough indicator that he's going to be gone by 2020?
No.
Because I don't. Do you think that he could fire Mueller and get away with it at this point?
I think he could.
So Richard Nixon couldn't do that, and so.
Yeah, I mean, because like you said, the Republicans turn on Richard. They're not gonna turn on him. And what is it? Newman is. He's got the Republicans in his pocket. They'll do whatever he says.
Well, he's got Paul Ryan in his pocket. All the people that was talking trash about him is on the team
because they see that the people. He's a leader to them. He's their white. The great white hope. That's who he is to them.
Well, they couldn't have it in boxing, so they got it.
Mm-hmm.
Last thing I want to touch on, Monique. I've said a lot about Monique. Can she recover from this
fiasco?
Yeah.
I hope so.
Scandal.
I hope so. But it's what we always talked about. You got to get people to like you. You know what I mean? You can't have them against you, especially in that entertainment field. Got so many black people with any power, and she got them turned against her.
She's alienated all of the people that that would stand up for her, that could or that could help her.
Right. I mean, the guy who gave you the part to get an Academy Award, They don't even like her anymore. I mean,
and she don't like them either.
Right.
And the thing about it is that she wouldn't even help promote the movie that she got the Academy Award for. She's standing in front of the trophy box with the Academy Awards and different awards from Precious, and you didn't even want to promote Precious
right.
without them. I don't know.
But see, that's why that's why it's important. I was talking to somebody the other day, and he started an organization to go into the schools, showing people how to prepare for being successful, being stars. Because you look at Mike Tyson became successful, rich, but he didn't know how to deal with stardom. You know, you got all that money, you know how it's just thrown upon you. So if we train our children to think successful, think billionaire, think millionaire, I'm a winner, the way that you were raised, okay? One thing about you guys, all four of my kids, they think they can do anything.
That's
Anything.
True. That's
you
true.
know? And so many, I mean, so many kids, they go through, adults go through life and they never, nobody tells them that they're proud of them. Thank you, did a wonderful job. Thank you for the things you've done. You know, you are fantastic. You know, you're a winner. You're a leader. You're a great person. God, you're good. Those things are important, and you got to feel that. I mean, Trump's been hearing it all his life. That's why he's courageous, and he's going for it. You know, literally, I was just telling your mother, literally, you can do anything in the world if you want to do it. Just like you talked about earlier about having passion and not having passion for it. If you want it, you can do it. You know, and this is why this thing called life is so wonderful and it's precious, and people take it so lightly. That's why so many people getting killed or die. I mean, this thing is precious, and I mean, you can do anything in this world, anything. I mean, you got your studio, you got people who you've helped to get on the radio, to get their message out. This is wonderful. You know, these people, I mean, nobody would know their names. Think what you, through Radio and Fire, they can come here and they can get their message out, and people are listening to what I'm saying. My God, they never even thought about that before. I mean, you know, and they can take that and run with it. But yeah. You're doing these things for now.
That's good. That's good. But you're right. Those things need to be said. And I was talking to one of my friends about this and how impactful it is how you were raised. Mm-hmm. And that just piles on top, and you take that into adulthood. But you know, you can change course and reinforce some of the things that weren't reinforced, and it's not too late for anybody is what I guess is what I'm trying to say. But
some of those core characteristics have been inculcated in you, so they're going to be there.
It's hard, you know, right. And it's going to be a constant struggle to
try to
resist some of those things. Yeah, absolutely. So definitely thank you.
Yes, thank you
for coming here, and I realized, and I don't tell you this all the time, but I realized that seeing you as a child, it really, you know, every boy I think wants to be like their father.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
and you were always doing business and making moves, and I always, I think because I felt we were different. Mm-hmm. I thought I can't do that because we're too different. I have to do something different because personalities were different. Is what I thought. So I got to figure out I was always trying to find what my space was, and then as I got older, I realized how similar we are, and then I realized that the normal fit is the pocket that I'm in, just being myself, which was really essentially being like you because it was just being myself because I didn't realize how much we were alike. So.
But the same thing. The father wants his son to be like him. And so so it goes. Yeah, but you're right. We at the core, we're the same. You're just as crazy as I am. You think that you can do anything, and so yeah.
Because of you and mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
No,
all right. Well, this is always good. So we're gonna do this next week.
Yes, sir.
And here you have it. All right. So thank you, of course. Radio on Fire broadcasts reach over 278,000 viewers per month. Advertise your product, service, or event on Radio on Fire by sponsoring an episode of any of our shows for as low as $50, starting at $50. Visit radioonfire.com/promo to get started. And also, the brand new Radio on Fire Live app is available for all Android devices. You can watch us live in the studio from your cell phone, whatever kind of device. Download the Radio on Fire Live app in the Google Play Store. The iOS Apple version is coming soon. So, and we have that. We also have Real Spit Radio coming up after this. Anything else you want to say, Dad?
No. See you next week.
All right. See you next week.
Okay.